Welcome back to part 2 of why being a fixer is really challenging for your spiritual life. So, I'm a fixer in a time of a crisis for myself and especially for somebody else that I love. And like I said, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but for a lot of people, for me, this goes back from even childhood, just positions I was put into, and then, things that happened into adulthood, so on and so forth. My counselor calls it like a trauma response or whatever. But this is something that I think a lot of people experience when they have been through things as children where they had to be put into kind of emotionally adult roles, okay? And then when they've gone through things as teenagers, young adults, whatever, maybe they were the friend where everyone came to them for advice, maybe, I don't know. A lot of personalities are like this. Here's the thing. Like I said in part 1, you can't do what God can do. When other people in my life are going through trauma of any kind, it could even be on a small level. If I don't give advice unless they ask for it, most of the time. But when my advice doesn't really help or, in any way, I don't necessarily expect it to solve the problem because I'm not a teacher, I'm not a doctor, But if I don't feel like I'm helping them, even if I am, if I don't see it, then I feel useless. I feel pointless. I feel like I'm being a bad friend or a bad family member when that's actually not the truth. Because at the end of the day, just like when I'm going through something, I don't put all of that weight on my loved ones to solve my problems. It's my responsibility to use my free will that God gives us to take it to God and ask Him for the strength to give me the next steps and or just help me make it to the next day. So why am I putting what they're going through on my shoulders? And God has been teaching me the lesson that Elsa tried to teach us in her song that we all know and love. I don't care what you say, it's a bop, and it's called Let It Go. Let me explain, come back for part 3.